Pop open the hood of American history, and you'll find that the United States is not a singular cultural melting pot. If you look closely at the food, it is actually a massive, interconnected culinary archipelago. If you want to join our community of food historians and home cooks, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. Today, we are breaking down the wall of generic culinary terms to give you the ultimate masterclass on the historical origins, immigrant footprints, and secret ingredients that define every major regional cuisine across the USA. Let's start at the exact geographic baseline where the very first blueprint was drawn. 1. The 13 colonies, the native blueprint. The early English settlers who arrived on the Atlantic coast were utterly unprepared for the harsh realities of the New World. They were quite literally saved from starvation by Native Americans, who taught them to cultivate the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, planted together in a symbiotic agricultural system. Because wheat struggled immensely in New England's rocky soil, cornmeal became the mechanical backbone of colonial survival. The British adapted their traditional puddings into regional survival foods like sam, mush, and johnny cakes. In the Delaware Valley, this focus on preservation birthed scrapple, a shelf-stable loaf made from pork scraps, cornmeal, and heavy spices that remains a mid-Atlantic favorite to this day. 2. New England, the Atlantic brine. Born from the intersection of native coastal practices and English Puritan sensibilities in the 1600s, New England cuisine is defined by practical, hearty simplicity. The undisputed pride of the region is New England clam chowder. This thick, creamy broth is strictly white, loaded with fresh clams, potatoes, onions, and salt pork. The insistence on heavy dairy reflects the region's historical success with dairy farming in the cool, grassy hills of Vermont. Then, there is the iconic lobster roll, sweet lobster meat stuffed into a toasted, buttered split-top bun. Ironically, lobsters were once considered poverty food. They were so overwhelmingly plentiful in colonial times that they washed up on beaches in massive piles, prompting servants to write contracts stipulating they could not be forced to eat lobster more than 3 times a week. 3. The South, the mother engine. Structurally recognized as the mother cuisine of America, Southern food is an intricate fusion of European techniques, Native American ingredients, and profound West African agricultural intelligence. The classic practice of boiling vegetables like collard greens for hours with ham hocks to produce pot liquor is a direct combined inheritance from European boiling methods and West African vegetable stews. Fried chicken represents a perfect convergence of Scottish deep frying techniques and West African battering and spice profiles. Frying became dominant primarily because the extreme heat of southern summers meant home cooks needed a fast, aggressive cooking method that wouldn't heat up the entire house for hours. 4. The Deep South, the plantation landscape, moving into Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and South Carolina, Deep South cuisine becomes even richer, sweeter, and more heavily tied to the historical realities of the plantation economy. This survivalist foodway was largely innovated by enslaved plantation cooks who had to maximize calories using nominal ingredients. Red beans and rice became the culinary fuel of New Orleans, traditionally simmered slowly all day on Mondays using leftover pork bones from Sunday dinner. This region perfected jambalaya, a direct adaptation of Spanish paella modified by West African one-pot cooking techniques, and gumbo, a masterclass in culinary thickeners utilizing either African okra or filet powder introduced by the Choctaw Nation. 5. The Mid-Atlantic, the global gateway. New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania served as primary global ports of trade and immigration for centuries, transforming the region into the birthplace of the classic American diner and delicatessen. This is a fast-paced urban food culture that treats the sandwich as a complete architectural meal. The Philly cheesesteak is a prime example, an intensely savory combination of thinly frizzled beef and melted cheese on a structural Italian roll, born entirely out of working-class hunger. Further north in western New York, German immigrant influence brought the beef on weck, tender roast beef piled high on a kummelweck roll, topped aggressively with coarse salt and caraway seeds. 6. Appalachia. The vault of isolation. Isolated completely by rugged, unforgiving terrain, the Appalachian Mountains developed an intense cuisine of preservation and self-reliance that remained virtually untouched by outside corporate food trends for centuries. Preservation here was a requirement for winter survival. Leather breeches, our green beans dried completely in their pods on a string, then rehydrated and slow-cooked with heavy pork fat. The region is also the proud birthplace of the pepperoni roll, a brilliant shelf-stable creation invented in West Virginia by Italian coal miners. By baking sticks of cured pepperoni directly inside a soft yeast dough roll, the fats melt into the bread, creating a portable, non-perishable lunch that miners could safely take deep underground without refrigeration. 7. Amish and Pennsylvania Dutch, the agrarian time capsule. Stepping into Lancaster County, Pennsylvania reveals a foodway entirely preserved from 18th century German agrarian traditions, with Dutch stemming from Deutsch, meaning German. In the 1700s, communal baking was done in volatile, wood-fired brick ovens. To protect delicate pastries from intense hotspots, they developed a clever engineering technique of baking pies on fresh cabbage leaves. This resourcefulness, combined with the historical molasses trade, birthed choufle pie, a rich, gooey molasses crumb cake baked directly inside a pie crust. A traditional table setting strictly follows the rule of 7 sweets and 7 sours, using pickled vegetables and sweet apple butter to create a sharp sensory balance that cuts through heavy farm meats. 8. Italian-American, the red sauce evolution. When millions of southern Italian immigrants arrived in the crowded urban enclaves of the Northeast during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, they experienced a profound economic shock. Meat was astonishingly cheap, while traditional Italian vegetables were completely unavailable. In southern Italy, tomato sauces were thin, simple, and used sparingly. In America, canned tomatoes were abundant year-round, leading directly to the creation of Sunday gravy, a deep, slow-simmered, rich red sauce loaded with meatballs and sausages. Spaghetti and meatballs, a dish that does not exist in Italy, became the definitive statement of Italian-American prosperity, transforming thin Neapolitan pizza into the sturdy, foldable New York slice. 9. Jewish American, the diaspora deli. Similarly, Jewish American cuisine was forged by the Ashkenazi diaspora migrating into New York City. Operating within strict kosher dietary laws, Jewish immigrants turned to local economic conditions to invent the American delicatessen. What were once desperate poverty foods in Europe, like matzo ball soup and potato niches, were transformed into celebratory, oversized staples of urban American life. The deli culture pioneered massive structural sandwiches featuring pastrami and corned beef, brined, cured, and heavily smoked beef brisket piled high on sour rye bread. This food culture also perfected the bagel and lox, utilizing an internal starch gelatinization process, boiling before baking, to create its signature ultra-chewy exterior. 10. Lowcountry and Gullah Geechee, the Rice Coast, centered tightly along the coastal marshlands of South Carolina and Georgia. Lowcountry cuisine is a highly specialized, seafood-heavy, rice-based foodway. Because this region was dominated historically by massive coastal rice plantations, rice became the absolute foundational canvas for every meal. Here we find she crab soup, a luxurious velvety bisque amplified by blue crab meat and orange crab roe. Directly intertwined with this geography is Gullah Geechee cuisine, preserved by isolated African American communities of the Sea Islands. This foodway represents the most unbroken, direct link to West African rice agriculture in North America, seen clearly in dishes like red rice and the heavy utilization of okra. 11. Chesapeake, the estuary system. The Chesapeake Bay dictates the entire biological diet of Maryland and coastal Virginia. This water-centric cuisine is defined almost entirely by the life cycles of the blue crab and the Atlantic oyster. The universal seasoning of choice across this entire region is Old Bay, a precise, sharp blend of celery salt, black pepper, mustard, and paprika that cuts directly through the sweet richness of shellfish. The region's isolation also birthed the Smith Island cake, the official dessert of Maryland. This engineering marvel features 8 to 10 ultra-thin layers of yellow cake separated by smooth chocolate fudge frosting, a highly specific design constructed by watermen's wives to ensure the cake stayed perfectly moist during long, brutal days out on the open water. 12. Florida, the tropical fusion. Florida's culinary landscape is cleanly divided into two separate mechanical identities. In the rural interior and northern panhandle, you find cracker food, a rustic survivalist foodway developed by early pioneers who lived off the land, consuming fried mullet, smoked fish dips, and swamp cabbage harvested from native palmetto trees. In sharp contrast, the coastal South features Floridian cuisine. This is a vibrant modern fusion that mixes fresh tropical fruits like mangoes and citrus with intense Caribbean flavor profiles from Cuba, Haiti, and the Bahamas. This tropical cross-pollination birthed the mathematically layered Cuban sandwich and key lime pie, a chemically setting custard made from ultra-tart wild limes stabilized by condensed milk. 13. Midwestern, the heartland hearth shaped by millions of acres of fertile farmland and a heavy influx of Scandinavian and German immigrants. Midwestern cuisine is built for comfort, endurance, and long, brutal winters. The defining culinary structure of the upper Midwest is the hot dish, a complete structural meal baked all in one casserole dish, typically comprising a starch like crispy tater tots, ground beef, and a cream of mushroom soup binder. This region prioritizes dense dairy and butchery, leading to iconic creations like the Juicy Lucy of Minneapolis, a burger engineered with a core of American cheese sealed completely inside the raw beef patty, turning into a molten lava center during grilling. Thank you for diving into this deep breakdown with us today on Bite Audit. If this structural look at America's regional cuisines cleared up the mystery behind your favorite comfort foods, please smash that like button right now, share this video with a fellow foodie, and click that subscribe button to join our growing community. Before you go, leave a comment down below and let us know which American regional cuisine or specific dish is your absolute favorite to eat. We read and reply to every single comment. Keep cooking, stay safe, and we will see you in the next analysis. Peace.